My name's demelza and my postcode is TR25NN. And I'm going to be doing 2 classical monologues and 1 contemporary monologue. And my first monologue will be Phoebe from As You Like It by William Shakespeare. Think not I love him, though I ask for him. 'Tis but a peevish boy, yet he talks well. But what care I for words? Yet words do well when he that speaks them pleases those that hear. 'Tis a pretty youth, not very pretty, but sure he's proud, and yet his pride becomes him. He'll make a proper man. The best thing in him is his complexion, and faster than his tongue did make offence, his eye did heal it up. He's not very tall, but for his years he's tall. His leg is but so-so, and yet as well. There was a pretty redness in his lip, a little riper, more lusty red than that mixed in his cheek. 'Twas just the difference between the constant red and mingled damask. There be some women, Silvius, had they marked him in parcels as I did, would have gone near to fall in love with him. But, for my part, I love him not, nor hate him not. But I have more cause to hate him than to love him. For what had he to do to chide at me? He said my eyes were black and my hair black. Now I am remembered, scorned against me. I marvel why I answered not again, but that's all one. Admittance is no quittance. I shall write him a very taunting letter, and thou shalt bear it. Oh, wilt thou, Silvius? And my next monologue will be Lemons, 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 Lemons by Sam Stainer. So, in bed, sometimes in bed. Okay, I know that you do this whole love thing where you're staring in my eyes, like right in my eyes while you're, you know, and it's a bit, but I like that you are so responsive and caring and intent on me, you know, and it is so nice. Boy, is it nice, really? But sometimes I'm just a bit, I don't know, it's hard to think of the right. Now, bored isn't the right word, and I wish you'd just stop worrying about and just let loose and really give it something, cowboy! I want to be sexy and powerful, like we could be in Basic Instinct or Brokeback Mountain or, you know, and I wish you'd just have at me once or twice. I don't want to be sensitive or lovey. I don't want to feel like your entire life has been leading up to the moment that you put your thing in my... I want you to be strong and... But I like that we are, you know, making progress as a couple, because what's a relationship if it's not moving, you know? And I'm excited, I'm really excited about... Love you. My third and final monologue will be Hermione from A Winter's Tale by William Shakespeare. since what I am to say must be but that which contradicts my accusation, and the testimony on my part no other but what comes from myself, it shall scarce boot me to say, not guilty. Mine integrity being counted falsehood, shall, as I express it, be so received, but thus. If powers divine behold our human actions as they do, I doubt not then but innocence shall make false accusation blush, and tyranny tremble at patience. You, my lord, best know who least will seem to do so. My past life has been as continent, as chaste, as true, as I am now unhappy, which is more than history can pattern. Though devised and played to take spectators, for, behold, a fellow of the royal bed, which show a moiety of the throne, a great king's daughter, and the mother of a hopeful prince, standing here to prate and talk for life and honour, for who please to come in here. For life, I prize it, as I weigh grief, which I would spare for honour. 'Tis a derivative from me and mine, and only that I stand for. I appeal to your own conscience, sir. Before Polixenes came to your court, how I was in your grace, how merited to be so. Since he came, with what encounters so uncurrent, I have strained to appear thus. If one jot beyond the bound of honour, or act or will that way inclining, hardened be the hearts of all that hear me, and my nearest of kin cry fie upon my grave. Thank you for listening to my monologues. I will now perform a short song of Outcast's Hey Ya in a cappella. My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door? Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for Mom and Dad for sticking two together, 'cause we don't know how. Hey, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah. Hey. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my monologues and my song. I'd just like to say how much acting means to me. I've been doing it since a child. I've been doing Shakespeare in primary and secondary, which Shakespeare is all about the words, and for me there's always a meaning behind every word, especially with Shakespeare, and that's where the acting comes from. You have to find the meaning behind the words and bring that character to life. Through secondary school, I also did a musical of We Will Rock You, which was my first experience of being in a musical, and I haven't had the chance really to do any more since then, but I would love to. I was in a short film for the Foy Museum, which is basically a seaside town where I live, and I played a historical character of Daphne du Maurier and a young lad. That was my first taste at being a lad in acting, and I didn't mind. It wasn't like, oh, that's a boy, I'm a girl, I can't play that. It was like, wow, how do I play a boy? Like, where do I bring this from? And obviously you look to boys around you, your dad, your brothers, how you bring a male character in, and that's where the interest developed, because I was like, hold on, there's more to learn with acting. Like this isn't it. There is so much more. I do have other interests like law. Law's a big interest of mine. I find it so interesting and sometimes heartbreaking, because you have to fight for what is right, and it's like standing up for rights, which is something I really believe in. Other interests include fashion. Fashion is a big part of me, and since college I was able to wear what I wanted, be comfortable in my own clothing and how I dress, and it really brought out a new confidence to me, that I was able to walk into my new drama classes wearing my comfy clothes for acting, and I felt comfortable and I didn't have any boundaries. I could just do it, and it was amazing. Obviously COVID has happened recently, which has stopped basically everything, but I recently had the chance to audition for an extra for a Netflix TV series that was being filmed in St Austell at the Eden Project, also close to where I live, and it was paid, which was like my first paid acting job, which was a really big achievement to me, and the whole experience was the most amazing thing. Like, they had the cameras on rails, they had the action boards, the team, the extras, the cast, lights, drones, you name it, it was there, and oh my god, I fell in love. It sort of reiterated to me why I love acting, why I do it, and 10 out of 10 would do it again, given half the chance. Paid or not, I adored it. But it also realised why I want to be an actress and why I love it. And I think a lot of it stems from the fact that I love education, I love to be learning, it's just I don't like to not be doing anything, it sort of stresses me out. And with acting, there's always something more to do, there's always something more to learn, because no two characters are ever the same. Everyone's individual, every character is individual, it's how you make it. And there's endless possibilities of how you can portray a character. And for me, being more than one thing is so important. Adopting new traits, learning new things, which in acting is the best possible experience to do it. And the whole teamwork of coming together to create a project. I love working in a team, and art is another one of my interests, and that's combined. It's like teamwork to create this arty project, and when you see the final product, it all comes together, and it's this sense of like well-doing and pride that you get, and then you just want to do it all over again. And so I never want to stop acting. I love it. There's so much you can do, so much you can be, and at RADA, I think that would be the best place for me to do it. It's the top, it's prestigious, you have a well-known and respected film and TV course, which obviously I would love to be on, but acting is my main passion, and you do units for film and TV, which is what I want. And there is no better place to learn it for me than RADA. It's been the school I've dreamed of as a kid, and obviously I'll be back here again next year if I don't get in. That's my plan every year, is audition, make it big, do it. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to listen to me wind on about what I've done and why I love acting and all my interests, and thank you for listening to my monologues and my singing and just taking the time out of my day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.